Porter's 5 forces are essentially a great business concept by which you can maximize resources and outperform the competition, whatever the turn of the company is. Threat of entry. When you access to a market or you are already positioned in this one, you must face the reaction of other competitors. When it comes to detect companies with the same economic characteristics or similar products on the market, as in the case of Mattel and Hasbro, the two companies are in the same line. So, they must look for something to differentiate them from each other and have a competitive advantage to get a pretty good impact on the market. In the case of Mattel, our strategy is to launch a new line of products targeted to the C minus sector, the ones that are limited to get these toys. Hasbro hadn't done this yet. It is currently focused on the sector AB, limiting the C minus sector to get their toys. Buyer power. Mattel is always caring about the tastes and needs of its markets through its platform and customer service. They are quite adaptable to the change and flexible. The potential in here is that customers can negotiate with the company at the same time as looking at strategies to win the loyalty of the clients. At this point, you have problems when your customers have a product that has several substitutes in the market, which may be replaced by, in this case, Hasbro, which can have other costs and good quality. If buyers are well organized, this makes its demands are increasingly requiring even higher and significantly reduced prices. So, it's important the power of conviction to the customer to purchase your product has a major impact when it comes to position itself in the customer's mind. In the case of Hasbro, it has no impact and recognized in social networks like Mattel. Then you need to launch a campaign advertising impact platform for positioning and have a more direct approach with the client, and that nowadays this is the primary means that they access to search about the product before getting it.
Threat entry of new competitors. It's required to analyze the barriers of the entry of the companies that can grab market share. The advantage of both companies, they haven't been treated as such since they keep a great position in the minds of the customers. However, it's not something they must leave behind and always must be analyzed for potential new competitors. Supplier power. For both strategies, you need to create a good negotiation with suppliers as being the one of the lower price. It's necessary to agree on a material quality but a price that meets a characteristic that differentiates the brand. If the supplier is the key for us, because the supplier you should strategically integrate forward, etc. The greater the power of suppliers, the less we can negotiate with them. Threat of entry of substitute products. Both brands need to consider an example substitute products because if they not properly care of their market, they will have a significant losses. On the other hand, can generate loss of interest towards the mark and eventually a loss of loyalty.
High differentiation and exciting product. If any of the competitors such as Lego, Kittyland, Toys R Us, Hamleys has among its products a well-positioned product is a threat to any of the two companies are discussing because it is very difficult to compete with the products that achievement not positioned in the market only if not to turn a brand positioned itself. And this type of industry is weighted parent are based on aspects such as safety, quality, interaction, and recreation. Legal barriers. This is an extremely important point to consider when entering a new market tropicalization, in which not all the countries accept or have different access points for these products. Come just now to review that aranceles barriers. Similarly, it depends on the type of product and material with which these facts since for some countries certain materials have a high degree of toxicity. Access providers and distribution channels. Based on the above, the distribution channels are one of the important points to consider when selling in a country. When planning for the penetration of a new foreign market, it's important to consider costs and access.